Welcome, and welcome back to a new video on Mind Vibes. Surely, many times you have asked yourself, to be successful, is it essential to have a high social position or substantial economic availability? Or maybe it's just a matter of luck. The notion of success is certainly very subjective, but to address this topic in a precise and scientific way, let's take a look at the hierarchical scale of Maslow's famous pyramid of needs as a reference. But first, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and smash that like button. The American psychologist Abraham Maslow, between 1943 and 1954, elaborated the concept of hierarchy of needs or necessities, which represents on a pyramid scale divided into 5 levels, containing different needs, from the most basic, necessary for the survival of the individual, for example, food, to the more complex ones of social nature. The latter are the ones that refer to the most shared concept of success, intended precisely as a social, work, etc. affirmation. Volcanic motivation gurus and superstar trainers seem to hold the secrets that allow anyone to achieve the desired success. But what are the methods to be successful in life that are scientifically verified? Now, let's look at 7 ingredients that scientific studies have shown to be essential for greater success in life. Number 1. Increase your self-confidence by taking action, even in the face of failure. Katty Kay and Claire Shipman, authors of The Confidence Code, have conducted a study on this topic, highlighting in addition to the existence of a large gap in confidence between the sexes, that success is just as dependent on trust as it is on skills. What was their conclusion? Low trust translates into inertia. Action builds confidence in one's ability to succeed, so confidence builds through hard work, through success, and even through failure. Number 2. Improve your social skills. According to research conducted by economist Catherine Weinberger of the University of California, the most successful entrepreneurs excel in both cognitive abilities and social skills, although this has not always been true. Every 10 years, the US government surveys a representative sample of high school students and tests them. Then, the individuals in this sample are followed for about 10 years to find out the position they have reached in the world of work by the age of 30. Using these data, Weinberger cross-referenced data from a 1972 sample of adolescents with that from 1992, concluding that more intelligent and socially skilled people earn more at their jobs today than similarly skilled workers in 1980. Number 3. Practice delaying reward. In the famous marshmallow experiment conducted in 1972, a marshmallow was placed in front of a child with the promise of a second marshmallow if he refrained from eating that luscious, fluffy morsel during the absence of the control researcher, which would last 15 minutes. Follow-up studies over the next 40 years found that children who were able to resist the urge to eat marshmallows became adults with better social skills, higher scores on school tests, and which there was a lower incidence of abuse of harmful substances. They had become people who had known how to achieve greater success, in short. Furthermore, the former children who were able to resist the marshmallow were, on average, in better physical shape when they grew up, and much more resistant to stress than those who had succumbed to temptation as a child. But how can we improve our ability to delay things like eating junk food we enjoy when we don't have healthier alternatives available, or to keep running on the treadmill when we'd rather just stop? James Clear suggests starting small, choosing one thing at a time to gradually improve each day, and making a commitment not to avoid all those tasks that take no less than 5 minutes to do, such as washing dishes after a meal or eating a fruit on a lunch break, if we pursue the goal of eating healthy. Making a commitment to do something every day works too. The best in every field, athletes, musicians, CEOs, artists, are all more consistent than their peers. They keep intact the perseverance to carry on with their routine, day after day, while all the others remain bogged down by the small, big urgencies of daily life and by the eternal conflict between procrastination and motivation. Number 4. Demonstrate passion and perseverance for long-term goals. Psychologist Angela Duckworth has spent years studying children and adults and has discovered the one trait that most significantly predicts success. It's grit. Grit means assaulting your future, day after day, not just for a week, not just for a month, but for many years, working really hard to make that future a reality. Grit is living life as if it were a marathon, not a speed race. Number 5. Make yours an open mind. According to research conducted by Stanford psychologist Carol Dweck, how people perceive their personalities affects their ability to be happy and successful. Close-minded people believe that qualities such as character, intelligence, and creativity are immutable, and the ability to avoid failure is a way of demonstrating one's ability and intelligence. People with an open mind, on the other hand, see failure as a way to grow, and therefore are more inclined to face challenges, persevere after failures, learn from criticism, and reach higher levels of achievement. This does not mean that open-minded people believe that anyone can do and be anything, that anyone with the right motivation or education can become Einstein or Beethoven. Rather, they believe that intelligence can be developed, and that a person's true potential is unknown and perhaps unknowable, so that it is impossible to predict what can be accomplished by an individual through years of passion, effort, and continuous training. Number 6. Nurture personal relationships. After decades of following the lives of 268 male Harvard University students from the classes of 1938 to 1940, psychiatrist George Vaillant's study came to a scientific conclusion you probably already know. Love is the key to happiness, and therefore personal success. Vaillant discovered that even if a man achieves career success, earns a lot of money, and enjoys good health, if his life is devoid of romantic relationships, he will never be happy and truly fulfilled. The psychiatrist's study has shown how happiness depends on two things: love and finding a way to face life that doesn't push love away. Number 7. Reevaluate your concept of authenticity. Authenticity is a highly sought-after component of personal leadership, and the prevailing idea is that the best leaders are those who are true to themselves and make decisions based on their values. Yet, in a Harvard Business Review article titled "The Authenticity Paradox," Professor Herminia Ibarra discusses intriguing research on the topic and tells the story of a newly promoted CEO who admitted to subordinates that she felt scared of the responsibilities of her new role, asking them to help her succeed. Ibarra tells us that her sincerity failed spectacularly. The new general manager lost credibility with people who instead needed an authoritarian and resolute leader who could lead and inspire them. So know that mimicking the qualities of successful leaders doesn't make you a fake. It just means you are a work in progress. That's all for today. Comment below if you see yourself in one of these factors. Thanks for watching the video, and see you next time.